back to another episode of Weekly Pick'em. This is episode number 7, and we're going into week number 15 of the NFL season. This has been a great season for Cowboys fans. So I just want to start off with that. It's been a great season for Cowboys fans. We're 10-3. We've won it. See, a lot of people thought that we were going to blow the game in Dallas against the Eagles, when in fact we didn't even play our best football. Scored 33 points, held them to 13 points. They didn't score no offensive touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And that shows the dominance of the game, the team that we are. Mike McCarthy called a great game. Dak Prescott played a good game. Defense played an excellent game. I mean, Gilmore he showed us who he was that game.
He showed us why we have our defense stepped up in every way. You know, one thing too, that we both said the Cowboys is going to dominate this game. So when the Cowboys had the confidence, they flexed. Philadelphia in the game in Philadelphia, we should have won that game.
Yeah.
So we had no reason not to believe that this game should not be ours, and they win in there and they proved that.
Right.
So that's exactly what they went in there. And I freaking love it. I love all the hate. I ain't getting not one text message. What happened to? I ain't getting no phone call. No, ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are we still them boys? You're damn right we are. I ain't getting not one phone call.
It was quiet. It was quiet all weekend after this game.
Not one tag, not one anything. My God.
This week we're playing Buffalo. We play Buffalo this week in Buffalo. So we're going to talk about the game. Talk about that game when it comes to us. But one thing I want to say is a lot of people are talking now that Josh Allen has been taking a lot of heat and getting a lot of scrutiny about who the quarterback that he is. And we all know, as Cowboys fans, that we know that feeling, right? Because Dak gets that more than anybody. Who is the MVP candidate? Probably is going to be the first Cowboy quarterback or Cowboy player to win MVP.
Correct.
So
especially if we win the last 3 or 4.
Yep, and then I'm sure we will. We'll get to that when we get to it. So, so we obviously this episode comes later than usual. Some complications. And I don't know if you want to share that or not.
But I had a situation where I had a little health scare. I was out of it, so I do apologize. But we back.
And you don't have to apologize for health issues like that, because we all understand. You know, life happens, but we're here now, and we're not going nowhere. So I just want to say, I'm going to preview this, or whatever the word is, that this is only the first season that we're doing this thing. And this is all exciting and everything, but when it comes to what we do, we know this because we've done some things together, Lance, as far as, we've done plenty of things. We're going back to 2006 or 2009, whenever that was, with Project 360. So from Project 360 to the 419 grind to this here, to win or lose, we've done everything you can talk about as far as media and marketing. So we know what we're doing. So next season, when it comes to this show, it's going to be crazy. So that's all I'm saying.
Are you excited as I am?
Yes, I am. I am excited. I'm trying to hold back. But
we can't go into details too much, but what season 2 is about to bring.
Yeah.
So we're about to have the actual sports show.
Yeah.
Oh my God! All right, can't give up the details, man. I'm sorry, man. We gotta get you fixed.
So we Thursday's game happened last night. The Raiders came out and scored 63 points against the Chargers, who scored 21 points. That was an amazing game. I'm sorry, they called that game perfectly. The Raiders on offense, on defense. That last interception. When he tried to throw the screen pass, yes, that was amazing. That was amazing. I'm happy for Antonio Pierce and for getting that win. Unfortunately, Brandon Staley for the Chargers head coach was fired this morning, but that comes with it.
and the GM.
And a GM. Yep. So Jim Harbaugh will be heading to LA next season.
So do you really think Jim's about to leave?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're not going to let him back in Michigan. No, that's not going to happen. Either he's going to leave on terms of agreement with them, or they're just going to let him go because of all the controversy, and he's going to go to somewhere in pro, either LA or New England.
Really? I guess I did not see him leave, especially after being Ohio State three years in a row, and now being top 4 in the playoffs. That's gonna be a big ask for him to leave. I don't personally see him.
I think that they just want to get that away from as far away from that as possible. Whether you win or lose, they just the college itself is about integrity first. So
yeah, it's too much going on.
Yeah.
Well, last week you beat me once again.
I did by one score, right?
Oh no, we tied.
We tied. Okay.
Yeah, we tied. We ended up tying. We picked a game. There's multiple games that had each way.
Oh, it was back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, it was
hard last week. I'm sorry. That was hard.
Last week was hard.
That was hard. I mean, I thought I was done for when I was looking at them scores. I'm like, oh man.
Dude, Minnesota was Minnesota in Oakland.
Yeah.
3-0.
3-0. It was 0-0 going to the fourth quarter. Huh?
Dude, how?
I don't know. That's crazy. And you know what? Minnesota fans, they talk a lot of stuff in our comments about us not beating top tier teams, but you couldn't even score a touchdown the whole game.
3-0.
3-0.
Vikings and the Raiders. I expected they even pulled the Vikings quarterback out the game.
Did they? They started quarterback?
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs?
They pulled him out. But nobody expected that game. That was the lowest scoring game in the past 10 years, is what they're saying. So 3-0 with the Raiders. You could not even score 8 touchdowns. But then the Raiders come back this week.
Score
last
6
week,
touchdowns?
They could have scored 2 points last week. They come back a week later and score 3 points?
Yeah.
Over 6 points in a game. What can make it flip so much?
I think it's all about game plan. It's just getting your team ready. They had a short week too this week. So I think Antonio Pierce got into him like, hey, if y'all got to score some points. Like, if we're going to do this thing, we're going to do this thing right. And I think he kind of put some fire under them to say, we got, we trying to, with this season not over. We still can make some room, even if they're not going to the playoffs. This make an impact on these games coming up. Yeah. And on the other side, it's like the Chargers gave up. I don't know, because the week before that, Chargers only scored 6 points against the Patriots, 6-0.
The Chargers have given up on their whole entire season.
Yeah, you know what? Kellen Moore, it's crazy. They didn't give him the interim head coach job. They gave it to the offensive outside linebacker coach, that's interesting to me.
I can understand why though.
Why is that?
Because they have been outscored in damn near everything.
Oh, and they have been stopping people.
They have a very predictable offense. So it's not like he came in and changed their offense. If anything, he set them back. So it takes at least 2 years typically for your system to come into play. So, but Kellen Moore being such a young coach, coming in as a young coach, and they thought he was going to be a game changer. It's the reason why the Cowboys let him go. It's a reason why. I've been telling everybody, it's the reason why the Cowboys let him go.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wasn't happy with Kellen Moore last year. I was glad that he left. I was happy that he left. I was like, it didn't make sense for him, the stuff that he was doing last year. Like he would call a great half, and then the next half it would be terrible, or a great game one game. The next game he's like, what's going on here? This is not the same team, and I didn't like that. Now it's more consistent with Mike McCarthy calling the play. It's more consistent. We know what's going. It's not like it's not predictable, but it's more consistent.
The offense knows who the offense is.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so let's get into the picks. Let's get into the picks, dog.
All right. First game is actually Sunday is Minnesota, the team that only scored 3 points last week, going into Cincinnati. Like I said before last week, Jake Browning, he looks okay. He looks good. He's not turning over the ball too much. They still look like the same team that they were with Joe Burrow, so I'm giving him this win just because the Vikings don't look like they can score any points.
I agree.
On offense, they don't have Kirk Cousins. They didn't start Josh Dobbs last week. They got another quarterback playing, and I don't know if they're giving up on the season. Third string quarterback, yeah. So I don't think they're giving up on the season. I just think they can't execute like they should. And people are asking for this head coach job too. So they're trying to get him fired too, just because of everything that's.
But he's dealing with a lot of hurdles. Your number one receiver gone. Your quarterback gone. But they still are in games. They still won last week.
Yeah.
Let's not like they still not win last week. I'm going with the Bengals on this one because I'm loving Browning. I'm loving they doing the best pass screening. They have done the most screens they have done all season since he's been in the system, and it's been unstoppable.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so if they continue that against the Vikings, and they're at home, I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals, man. I don't see the Vikings overcoming them. They're too dysfunctional right now. Putting up 3 points last week, counted. The Raiders put up 0 points last week and came up and put up 63 points. I don't see that happening again this week on some fluke stuff. No, I don't see that happening again. No, the Vikings is not about to put up 60-some points on the Bengals. It's just not happening. The Bengals are still a respectable team.
Yeah, they are.
The Bengals are still a respectable team. So I'm gonna have to go with this night on this particular game because Browning is not a slot. He is not a slot.
No, he's not.
He has been playing good football, and if they keep using that screen play that became unstoppable with them, they're about winning the third.
I agree. All right, who you got next?
Pittsburgh and the Colts. Now,
poor Pittsburgh.
This game is difficult for me because I feel like the Steelers should win the game. They have the same record. They're both 7-6. They're both playing for a position in the playoffs. The Colts, they're two. You never know what you're gonna get. True. I feel like Mike Tomlin is gonna have the Steelers better prepared this week. Even though it's Mitchell Trubisky, he's not gonna throw a 50-yarder on a 2-yard play like he did last week. At least I pray he don't.
Not. You said he's not.
I pray he don't. They need 2 yards. He throws 50 yards, but he has a wide open 3-yard play.
Oh my god!
Terrible. I don't see him doing that again this week. So I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers on this pick.
Well, my pick is the reason why I'm picking this team is because of Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. Okay. I can't argue with you.
I'm picking the Colts because I've watched Mitch Trubisky play this whole year. The time he got in earlier this season, and he looks like he's never thrown a football in the NFL before. That's how bad his throws look. It's embarrassing to see a quarterback throw the ball like that. And he hasn't changed. He hasn't grown as far as how he throws the ball since he got in earlier this season until he took over when Pickett got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust him. Every time I pick them to win a team that they should beat, they can't beat them just because of him. I can't pick the Pittsburgh Steelers anymore. I can't trust them. Pittsburgh is pissing me off. All right.
You understand the name. Look,
Gardner Minshew is going to play like Cam Newton says. He's going to manage the game.
Yeah.
Even though those guys that Cam Newton named as game managers aren't game managers. Those are game changers. So Mitch Trubisky is actually a game manager. That's what he's going to do. Just do what he's told, run the offense, and get the ball downfield and score. It's not going to be a high-scoring game. It's probably going to win by like a touchdown.
I think what the Steelers are going to do is they're going to run the ball more. They're going to take the ball.
They should run the ball every time.
They're going to take the ball out of his hand.
They should.
And they're going to give it to the two backs. So this game for them is going to be a running game. At least I feel as though that's what they should be going for. And knowing Mike Tomlin, I do understand him as a coach. I see him. I think that's what he's going to switch this whole game to. A whole running game this week. He has two decent running backs. Even though Najee Harris been horrible for me in fantasy until the last couple of weeks, which got me in the playoffs. But I think they're going to run the ball, which is going to control the game. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, 20 or 23-point game. That's it. If they can keep the
total for both teams together.
No.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh
like under 20. Okay.
If Pittsburgh keeps the close to under 20 points, they're going to win again. That's what I
don't know. That's tough. Because I don't think Pittsburgh can score 17 points. I don't think they can score 13 points with their offense, the way it's been looking. But I mean, if that's what
they're going to switch it this week. They're going to go to a running game. I guarantee it.
That will be the change that they need. That will be the change they need. Jalen Warren will have to really get out there, and Najee Harris is going to have to push the limit.
They're going to run the ball
for them to win,
or run the ball in or short passes.
Because he can't throw the ball downfield.
Who you got?
I got the Broncos going into Detroit to play the Lions. This is a tough game. This is a tough pick for me. You know what? And I went with the Broncos because Sean Payton is a smart man, smart man, and he's been getting on Russell about his play lately, like really getting on him. And I think he'll have him ready, prepared for this game. The Lions lost last week to the Bears. And I picked the Lions 28-13. Come on now. 28-13. That's embarrassing. Even though Justin Fields played a great game. I'm sorry. He's a great quarterback. I hope he goes to Pittsburgh next year. And that's tough still for me because he's an Ohio State guy and I love Justin Fields, but I think he'll end up in Pittsburgh or somewhere or in New England next year. But the Lions have been struggling with teams that has a mobile quarterback. They struggle with Justin Fields. They can't get around that. And I believe that's the way Sean Payton's going to draw up this offense this week going into Detroit is have Russell moving around in the pocket a lot more. That's the way he played when they played the Texans, but they end up losing that game, unfortunately, because of the last play interception at the last second. But I just don't believe in the Lions anymore. I don't think they're a tough team. I think they ran, they ran out of steam. They ran out of steam. So there's some Cowboys. There's some Lions fans. One in particular. I just want to apologize because she had on the Cowboys hat, not a Cowboys hat like a team, but a cowboy hat like a Southern guy, cowboy. Yeah, she had a cowboy hat on, a cowboy hat like. And I asked her, I said, you must be a Cowboys fan. You got on a Cowboy. No, I'm a Lions fan. So I just want to apologize to her. Crystal Morales for calling her a Cowboys fan, even though she should be a Cowboys fan,
Uh,
because
um,
I think her sisters are Cowboys fans.
but
She
wouldn't
had on
that
a
be?
cowboy hat.
But wouldn't that be a
Like,
perfect understandable assumption?
it would be. I would think.
I think that was a perfect
I would
understandable.
think.
If she
But
lives in
hey,
the Midwest,
in Toledo, yeah,
oh snap! Yeah, I probably would have
with
thought
a
she was
cowboy
Cowboys.
hat.
Yeah, on this game, I'm going with the Broncos too. The
Hmm.
Lions are favored to win,
Yes, they are.
but they've been on a downward slump. The Lions has been doing their lying stuff, but
Yeah,
they're lying now. They're doing Detroit lying stuff, where
yeah.
where they're finding ways to lose games. It's almost like they forgot the reason why they're playing. These past 3-4 games, even though they won one of them, it was a come from behind game, and the
Mm-hmm.
whole game where they played horribly, and they've been on a downward trend since. The
Yeah.
defense has the defense has fell off. Okay, Jerry Goff ain't been playing good offense. The
Mm-mm.
Broncos are coming off of momentum games with Russell Wilson playing probably one of his best football since he played since some years ago, and their defense
Yeah.
has been moved up in the rankings. I'm gonna have to go to the Broncos here too. I don't see the Lions winning unless Jared Goff get back to playing Jared Goff. Now I'm not saying they won't win. If they win, it's gonna be because Jared Goff plays 10 times better than what he has been playing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it ain't happening. So I'm gonna have to go to Broncos. I think their defense is too much.
Right. All right. Let's move on from that game.
I got
Oh,
the Bucks and the Packers.
hmm.
I'm gonna have to go.
That's a
I think the Green Bay is gonna dominate.
dominate.
Yeah, I think the Packers is going to destroy the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers they just not clicking.
Yeah.
They'll win, they'll lose, they'll win, they'll lose, and then they'll find a way to lose again. So I definitely I'm gonna have to go with Green Bay on this one because Jordan Love is playing probably his best football. He's connecting with Jordan Reed. Chris Watson, he may be in. They say he's out, but he's questionable. So
Mm-hmm.
that's still up in the air. And they're overall playing just good football. The defense is playing better too. I'm gonna have to go to Packers.
This game is tough for me, just because Christian Watson is out. Jordan Love has been playing great. I
He's
just don't
confirmed
believe in
out.
the connection that he has. Well, he's questionable. So he's questionable. I don't want to say he's out, but he's questionable.
Uh,
And that still leaves a question in my mind. Like, if he plays, he's still not going to be 100%.
yeah, you're
So
right. You're right.
who is Jordan Love going to connect with? Like, who are his other receivers that he's going to connect with? And Mike Evans, even though he doesn't get the coverage that he deserves, Mike Evans is still a top tier receiver in the league. Even though he does have Baker Mayfield throwing him the ball, he's still a top tier receiver in the league, and he's never declined from that. He might not have the numbers because of the quarterback that's throwing him the ball, not giving him the ball, but when he's targeted, he has the catches.
Hmm.
But I'm still going to Green Bay Packers on this game, no matter what.
How is this game? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see them winning this game. I'm sorry. Yes, they won. Tampa Bay won last week against the Falcons. Who's the Falcons quarterback? I can't even say the guy's name.
Desmond Ritter.
Ritter. He will find a way to lose you the game. So that's not anything to me.
No, it's not.
It's not. So yeah, the Tampa Bay. I'm going to Packers after all that you said.
Yeah, I'm going to
I'm
Packers.
going.
So
I'm going with the Packers, man. I think the Packers going to dominate this game, and I think it may be a blowout. Blowout meaning a two-score game. Sorry. a two-score game.
I agree. Speaking of the Falcons is the next game. So Desmond Ridder and Calvin Ridley and the Falcons going into Carolina and Bryce Young to play the Panthers. That's a given to me. I don't think the Bryce Young and the Panthers have anything to win for. I think this will be a game that'll show. Because what's funny is this division right here, the NFC South, is probably the worst division in football.
Yeah.
With the Panthers, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Buccaneers. So it's a three-way tie for number one in that division. Whoever wins out obviously gets to play off the wild card game. And we want that to be the Falcons because they're the worst team out of this group.
They will have a losing record team will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that team, if the Cowboys don't win the division, that's the team that they'll play in the first round of the playoffs.
I think any team the Cowboys play in the first round is over with.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be an easier game going into the next round to give us a little break. Like Stephen A. Smith, give us a bye week. Like he said, the easy game is a bye week. So, but I got the Falcons winning this game against Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I'm going to Falcons. The Panthers have not shown us not one reason why they should win this game. They have the worst offensive line. Bryce Young is playing scared for life. All they have is Adam Thielen. He just catches the ball just to get on a Pro Bowl.
He need to get out of there.
Yeah. I'm hoping he's out there next year, but I doubt it. Yeah, I don't have no other reason why. There's no reason why the Falcons should not win this game. Not one reason. Special teams is even better. They have the best special teams. They're passing.